Hey folks, do you want to see Apocalypse Soon live? July 15th, 10 p.m., the Dynasty Typewriter. Apocalypse Soon live with me, Kevin Tenkin, and Eddie Pepitone with a couple of special guests. Also at eddiepepitone.com, you can see all of his stand-up dates and buy tickets. He's on the road now. Go over to YouTube and subscribe. And if you want more Apocalypse Soon, go to patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone for exclusive stand-up clips and the video of this podcast the day it comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And now, it's the second podcast in a day we're doing together. He's still looking good. He's got the glasses. He's got the hat. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the place where we have a little fun right before Extinction. And I really think, the podcast with no upside is a real good tag, but maybe the place where we have a little fun before Extinction might be something we use. Kev, what do you think of that?
A little fun before the end. I like that.
I like Extinction better.
I wasn't suggesting as an alternative. I was,
Okay, so Kev, what has been going on with you since I last saw you, which was about 10 minutes ago when we recorded the last one?
I have been evading the police this entire time. It's been a wild run.
Well, there are warrants out for you, yet I would call you the jackal. Don't you want to be like someone who is wanted, but you evade? Interpol, you evade the international police. I just watched a movie, by the way. I watched one of the funniest comedies, and we'll see if our boys in the booth, Rob and Alex, agree with this. Alex, what's your last name again?
Bannon.
Alex Bannon and Rob Hebert are our team here that we've been working.
It's just Hebert.
Hebert.
There's no H.
What did I say?
I said Hebert.
Right.
Hebert.
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 I hear that in West Hollywood sometimes. People say, "Hey, Bear." Whatever.
I want to see if everybody agrees with me, but I rewatched, and it was so fucking funny. I haven't seen it since it came out. Tropic Thunder.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
That is one of the best, and certainly Ben Stiller's best comedy.
Yes.
Fucking Tom Cruise wins me over in that. It's cool to hate Tom Cruise, but he was funny in that.
He's great.
As the studio exec.
I have a little piece of trivia about that movie. Actually, one of my favorite things about that movie. So Robert Downey Jr. plays the guy who's in basically blackface for the entire movie.
Yes.
And he has a line in there where he says, "I don't break character until I rap on the commentary on the DVD commentary track."
Yeah.
He did the DVD commentary track for Tropic Thunder in character.
Awesome. Did you see
rules.
the DVD commentary on that movie?
Yeah, I mean a while ago. Like back. It was very funny. I mean, I was pretty drunk when I watched it. But it was very funny.
Yeah,
I love it. I love that it folds in on it in itself so much and kind of just points back to insider stuff a lot. And it's
what
hilarious.
year was it made? Do we know? Well, we'll get it on screen, but
I'm gonna guess like
I couldn't believe too. Like, would Stiller be able to do the whole thing about retards that he does 2008 now? No way, right?
Well,
that movie was made because the word retard has become, don't use that word, and it is all over that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like Simple Jack.
Yeah. Well, the justification, because I actually recently listened to an interview of Ben Stiller talking about
Are you
this.
serious?
Yeah, the justification is
What is it?
that they're making fun of actors who kept winning the Oscar.
Oh,
for playing people with Down syndrome or mental deficiencies.
They even mentioned it.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, I Am Sam.
Yeah, you never go full retard.
Oh, my God, Downey. Man, Robert Downey was so fucking funny.
It's great.
Jack Black is the drug addict. Anyway, if you get a chance, that's a movie I recommend highly, even though it may be taboo.
It came out the same year as Iron Man.
Oh, wow.
Which obviously changed the entire trajectory of Robert Downey Jr.'s career.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So was Iron Man the first Marvel movie of note?
Yes. It is. It is. But
okay, that's what started all that shit. That Marvel shit. I was watching Marvel movies. I would go to those movies, and I got into them a little bit. But now I don't want to see another Marvel movie. What about you guys? Are you still into them or any of them?
We'll see them, but
it's
not the event that it used to be.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
We just saw together because we hang out outside of this situation.
We're cool coworkers.
Nice.
We saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
How was it?
That one was really good.
It was.
But then that same weekend, I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania with my wife, and that was a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking terrible.
the Ant-Man movie with Rudd?
Yeah, number 3 in the Ant-Man trilogy. The Ant-Man trilogy was hot garbage.
I pitched to the Marvel Studios, what if you make them red ants? Because that's edgier, I think. What if Paul Rudd? And they said that Paul Rudd will not play a red ant because it would ruin his kind of wholesome American image. Anyway, it's good to hear that one sucked. I don't know why I like introducing ChatGPT.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT who Eddie Pepitone should play in the MCU.
Oh, that's a good question.
You have to give me a lesson on how to work this ChatGPT shit. I'm not afraid of the singularity. I will fuck robots all over the place. I'm serious. I'll make them my little paramours. Let's hear
Eddie
it.
Pepitone, a comedian known for his unique style and comedic timing, could potentially bring a lot of humor and personality to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU. While it ultimately depends on the specific character and storyline, here are a few possibilities for roles Eddie Pepitone could play in the MCU. Number 1, Howard the Duck.
Oh.
Which there already is a Howard the Duck, though. That's played by Seth Green.
Seth Green can.
We could recast.
He's funny. I like Seth Green, I think.
You're funnier than Seth.
You're funnier.
I am
than Seth.
funnier than
That's
him.
right.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt about that.
The collector's assistant. So you'd be working with Benicio del Toro in that instance. That'd be a good one for you.
He seems like a lunatic, by the way.
Yes, he seems unhinged, but he's amazing.
An alien bartender, just an unnamed alien bartender, could be number 3. Number 4,
my big break, baby. I'm playing alien bartender.
Italian alien bartender would be great. Let's put Italian alien into the MCU.
Yep.
Number 4, a low-level superhero or sidekick.
Yeah, this is what I don't like. A low level. You know, they want me to be low level, or I take any of these. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, and this is true. I am in the DC universe in an animated show.
Really?
I don't know if it's been launched yet, but it's called Noonans, and I play Six Pack, who is an alcoholic who thinks he's a superhero in a bar of superheroes. So Noonans, if you Google that, is the name of Six Pack Noonans. Let's see if it comes up. Adomian got me this gig.
You're like, who am I in this show?
No, I know I'm Six Pack, but do they have me listed?
It might be all in under wraps.
I've been doing some animated stuff like this one.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. Am I in the cast?
No,
crew?
but none of the cast is in here really. It's all just the writers and
the
producers
fucking
right
writers. But I've done Noonans. I'm a regular on this Nickelodeon show called I can't remember the name, but there's my character, I think.
Oh my God.
There's Six Pack. I'm just an alcoholic in a bar who it's pretty funny.
That's great. I always love your voice work is amazing.
That's okay, but then I play a garbage can I'm a landlord who's a garbage can in a Nickelodeon show, and I can't believe I'm blanking. It'll come to me. And then the third thing I'm doing, Louis C.K. The Lost Roles interview with Eddie Pepitone. I don't remember that. as a garbage can. Yeah, I think that came. Maybe it hasn't come out yet.
Can we pull up Eddie's IMDb to see
So Adomian?
Oh yeah, go to my IMBD.
Adomian does a lot of voices, a lot of voice work.
Yeah,
That's great.
Oh yeah, Adomian is one of those guys who should be a lot more famous.
100%.
Than he is. We have to have him back on the podcast. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd love to get him in.
Let's
here.
see. What is it called? Oh no, I was on Modak with Patton. Is that Marvel?
That's Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah, I played this cat. That was a good. He wrote the episode for me, or one of the characters for me.
You were the Melter.
The Melter. I was the Melter, and they killed me in it.
Deep cut.
They killed me in it, and I said to Patton, "Why are you killing me off?" You know, and he got sheepish. And when a man gets sheepish, you don't want to, push it.
I think that's a good call, yeah.
Anyway, I have done it. 10-Year-Old Tom was the other one I'm a regular on, which is an HBO thing.
Yeah, with
Todd Glass is in it. And I've also done Rick and Morty. Anyway,
I loved you in Rami.
Oh, you did? Thank you. Yeah,
I love that show.
Hulu
That's
show.
it's a super underrated show.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Rami, yeah. He now, by the way, I don't know if this is secret, but he's got a animated show coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will say, Eddie, Reggie on Bob's Burger is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know, man. There's Rami. That would have been sweet to get more episodes of that because, man, there's nothing like animated work on prime time.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah, right, Kevin?
I'd love to know. No, I got a Disney Channel.
Did you?
I did a Disney Channel thing. I was literally going, what were you doing? Anything to No, I did. I played some dad who was wrangling some teenagers on some Disney interstitial thing that I did. I still haven't seen it. I did it a year ago.
Search Kevin. We're searching Kevin.
No,
Tinkin.
don't search.
Come on.
There's the.
Do you have an IMDb yet? Yeah, you do.
I got a couple of little things on there.
Good for you. Well, you're just starting to emerge here.
That's right. 11 years in the making. It's all coming together. I did.
Let's get off Tinkin's page. It's a little depressing.
It's very sad. The Big 3-0. That's a movie that me and my buddies wrote and funded and did everything.
Why'd you call it the Big 3-0?
So it was about
30.
Yeah, it was
You're
about
turning 30.
a guy who never accomplished anything that he wanted to, and as a 13-year-old, he wrote himself a letter to say all the things that he's going to be when he's a grown-up, and so he doesn't fulfill any of them. So we try to do it all in one night before his 30th birthday. So we filmed.
Were you happy with it?
I mean, it was great. It was we were trying to.
You always learn a lot on that stuff. I mean, I was just reading about a writer. Oh, I think I was reading about me and you were listening to the audiobook driving home. The Art. The War of Art.
The War of Art,
The War of Art.
Stephen Pressfield,
which is an amazing book on creativity and not giving in to distractions. And the guy who, when he finished his first novel, it sucked, but it was such momentous time for him because he finished it. And it's all about, like, in the arts and maybe everything, it's all about sticking to what you want to do no matter what. Ledger of Bagger Vance was Pressfield's big thing.
But look at all the other books that he wrote and stuff. I mean, he talks about in that book too, the writing King Kong and getting it made and having it be one of the most panned movies ever. And just,
was he in it?
No, he wrote it.
King Kong?
Yeah.
I don't see that on this IMDb.
Oh yeah, no, he wrote the
filmography. All right. Ledger in a Bag of Ants.
He wrote King Kong Lives.
There you go. King Kong.
What's that? One of the movies?
That's the 1986 one.
But he went to the theater full of.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's, Linda Hamilton starred in King Kong Lives.
Oh, you're a Linda Hamilton fan?
Who isn't?
Oh yeah. She works out. I remember her in Terminator, which everybody, I think, got introduced to her. Yeah. She was very cut.
Ooh, he also did Above the Law.
Ooh, what is that?
He's a Steven Seagal movie.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
Yeah, his whole message, his message is just continue to be available for the muse to hit you with inspiration.
That's right.
What?
What's going on in the booth here?
My tip is to always be available. That's how you make it in Hollywood. Always be available.
Yes, I'll do it. All right, well, you'll be sucking the dog's dick on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Is this going to make me sag?
I'm available.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my SAG card by blowing golden retrievers.
Now, we're making fun of Pressfield right now for the movie you've done, but, man, that is an inspiring book. It's
Absolutely.
called The War of Art.
The War of Art. Yeah, I listen to that all the time. Well, not all, but it's probably the fourth time I've gone through it. And Eddie wanted to take a nap, and I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep if I don't listen to an audiobook. And do you mind? He says, yeah. So I put it on, and then Eddie sat up. It's like, I love this book. I'm like, I love it too. And we had a pretty good conversation about it.
Yeah. By the way, Fresno is where I fucked up this finger. I don't know if people see this finger, but my finger is now crooked. It doesn't hurt, so I don't go to the doctor, but it's like weird.
Is it numb?
It feels weird. There's parts of it that are not. Yeah, down. So I have to go to the doctor, I think.
You haven't asked anybody about it? Any medical professional?
Oh, I asked passerbys about it, but you ever do that though when you have a medical thing and you're like, you just start asking friends about it instead of a medical professional, like, hey, what do you think of this thing on my shoulder? And they're like, why don't you go to a doctor? And you're like, I'd rather ask you, Margaret.
Yeah. My buddy used to do the grossest thing ever where he would pull up his shirt and he'd say, does this look infected? But he would have one testicle above the rim of his pants.
Oh,
and then it'd be like every time I'd fall for it all the time. Just look, gosh dang it.
That's another thing, you can't do that anymore. You can't show a testicle to just an average person.
It's too bad
anymore.
It's the death of the arts.
Death of the arts. Yeah. Hey, why don't we get into one of our favorite, and folks, I hope this is okay that we're going through IMDb's and stuff like that. We always enjoy your feedback.
Yeah.
By the way, on these podcasts, where can they write us? And the Patreon members just contact. They just comment
through Patreon
on stuff.
Or Eddie Pep Podcast at gmail.com. You can always
Eddie Pep Podcast at gmail.com. Give us feedback on what we're doing. We're going to be. We might have more guests. We want to change it around a little bit. Keep it fresh. We want to keep it fresh. But right now I want to do one of our older bits.
I love it. You want to do a little which one?
You know what bit I want to do.
Ooh la la. Welcome. Now introducing the perfume of perfumes, the perfume for the man to not lose the manliness, the perfume of desperation. Of course, I'm talking about the Pepitone.
Hello. Welcome to the world of Eau de Pepitone, a fragrance that can make up for a life that wasn't well lived.
Pepitone.
This is a fragrance that is made in large barrels that are stolen between the border of Laos and Vietnam. They are barrels taken from the drug trade in the Golden Triangle.
Pepitone.
Heroin used to be made in there, but now a life-giving fragrance that will make you not only sexy, but will make you crave bad food.
There's a little bit of heroin still in the perfume.
Eau de Pepitone. Eau de Pepitone is a perfume so pungent that you will have tears running down your face even when you are sleeping. Eau de Pepitone is a perfume that gives you hope even when you're in the middle of a foreclosure and your furniture is on the street. Put a little dab behind the neck as the marshal or sheriff or whatever other scum who is supposedly doing the state or the bank's duty, starts putting you and your children, I don't know why I'm talking like this now, but you and your children out on the street, put a little dab behind your ear, and watch the sheriff and the marshal start to get interested in your life story. As you're carrying out your little black and white TV to put on top of the ottoman on the sidewalk, you walk by a police officer or someone from the neighborhood, and they take a whiff and they go, please, move away from me.
Pepitone.
It is the perfume that is sold only in stores that have been burnt to the ground during unrest, during civil unrest. If you can find the charred ruins of a Target that has been burned in civil unrest, or even an entire city like the Ukraine, eau de Pepitone will be available.
Pepitone.
It is a perfume that you can put on while you're getting ketamine therapy.
Pepitone.
Ketamine. Did I say ketamine? I'm sorry. My mouth not working good today.
Pepitone.
Ketamine therapy is where they fuck you up good. And you can't. You start dissociating. But later, you're not as depressed. I myself can't wait to do it. But I'm gonna do ketamine on ayahuasca.
Mixing it up.
Eau de Pepitone. It's a perfume that says, I have given up. You got a problem with that?
No more options.
It's a perfume that says, I have just bought an automatic weapon and I am learning how to make pipe bombs.
America.
Eau de Pepitone is a perfume that says, I have just done something so heinous that I can't even tell Jeffrey Dahmer about it. Sorry, I was thinking, who would be good to say there? They'll never find out. Eau de Pepitone is a perfume that you want to put on right before a major heart attack. Pepitone. Eau de Pepitone is a perfume that says, look at me. I am one of the biggest failures that you will ever see in your fucking life.
Step right up to the loser.
Eau de Pepitone is what happens when a freak show goes wrong.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone. Did you ever see the little fetuses in jars at a freak show? Well, that's what Eau de Pepitone smells like. Yes.
Two wrongs can make a right.
I'm laughing because Eau de Pepitone means you don't have much time left.
Pick up your Pepitone perfume today at any burned out building.
Hey, all right. Well, that's Eau de Pepitone, and hopefully that stuff will start selling. I wonder why I'm slurring words. I think slurring words is maybe a mini stroke or something.
No. You're the picture of health. All right, you knock it off. All right, you're just fine. Even the youngest, most svelte gentlemen slur their words from time to time. You know.
Oh, I've seen the svelte slur their words.
Oh yeah,
the svelte are slurring their words.
Welcome to Svelte Slurs.
Yeah, I'll just take a salad. What, ma'am? I just want a salad. Salad? Yes. Oil and vinegar on the side.
I think you said vinegar. By the way, sir, you great physique on you. I'm having a little trouble understanding what you're saying, but you sure do look good.
Well, here's a card I'm supposed to give. No. Doesn't so much sound like you're slurring your words, sir. It sounds like at a certain time you're purposely mispronouncing it. What do you think? I'm an asshole? I mean, really, sir. Again, what does the card say? Please, I am svelte, yet I have a slurring problem. I don't know why you're giving me this. Well, I had a lot printed. Ma'am. I mean, sir.
Ma'am.
I don't know. You were originally a ma'am, then Kevin made you a sir.
Oh, I apologize.
There's a movie. Harlan Ellison. By the way, I heckled that guy. I'm not kidding. He was being interviewed by.
He's a fucking asshole. He's an amazing writer, but he's a fucking asshole.
Oh, hold it. I may be thinking of another Harlan.
Harlan Williams?
He's like an esoteric filmmaker. This guy is a writer.
This guy's a writer, yeah.
From back in the day. And you punched up, I have no mouth and I must scream. What is that? Go to the Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia?
God damn it. Yeah.
Pull up the pedia.
All right, what does this say? You read it, Kev. In a dystopian future. Go ahead.
In a dystopian future, the Cold War has degenerated into a brutal degenerated to a brutal world war between the United States and the Soviet Union and China, and we built an allied, what does that say?
Master computer, or AM, to manage their weapons and troops.
Well, we don't need to go through the entire Wikipedia, but basically the idea is that it's a short story from the perspective of a bunch of people who are trapped in essentially like a virtual reality where a computer has become God and it just tortures people, and you can't even kill yourself.
But
you can't even
kill yourself.
You're just trapped. You're just trapped in this world.
Now that seems a little done, but maybe he was the original guy that did it. 1967. That was back in the day. I think he wrote a Star Trek episode.
He wrote a bunch of Star Trek. He wrote a bunch of Twilight Zone too. He also wrote A Boy and His Dog, which is a fantastic post-apocalyptic movie.
By the way,
is it really? It's a movie?
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
You can't ever have me read on this podcast again.
What happened?
Oh, I almost lost it there for a second. I went into myself. I had an existential
Is it because you
crisis.
can't see, or you're not a great reader?
No, I have a hard time from this distance with
Oh, okay.
with
Well,
reading.
that's okay.
From this distance? Yeah, that's the distance. That's what it is.
Do you have glasses, or you should get them?
I probably should get them.
Yeah, it seems like you shouldn't be driving. I want to say this. You drive a silver, what is it?
Toyota Prius C.
Look, you have a Prius?
Oh, yeah.
Has your catalytic converter been stolen?
They know not to fuck with me in my neighborhood.
Now, was that last
Tinkin's
episode we
converter.
talked about that, Rob?
Before we start recording.
It was before we started recording this episode.
Oh, Rob has had his catalytic converter stolen fucking twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Which from a Prius, and we were talking that's the car they're stealing it from because they melt. It's very easy to get to in a Prius. Apparently, the catalytic.
I've seen videos of surveillance videos of how fast they do it, and it's fucking wild.
30 to 90 seconds.
Yeah, they'll come in with a jack.
Are you
and
serious?
Just and then come underneath.
They jack up the car, they slide underneath, and they have a Sawzall.
Yep.
And they just cut off the pipe on either end of it and then pull out the entire unit.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Then they're done.
They do it quick.
And I see Rob sleeping there with his wife. He's dead asleep. And then because he's had 8 catalytic converters stolen, he starts to get an extrasensory sense of when a Sawzall is being used, like within a mile or two of his house.
Hold on, honey. A Sawzall's being used somewhere.
Well, I've gone down the rabbit hole. There's a whole community of people who are obsessed with preventing catalytic converter thefts.
I bet.
You can go on YouTube. You can find a lot of different options for how you prevent this from happening.
Wow.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Are there
I
any
bet
violent
some of them
ones?
are nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, some of them are pretty bad.
Is it like putting nasty shit on the converter?
Some of them are making it so that the converter is less attractive to steal. So you basically, there's things where you etch in stolen or that shit doesn't work. That shit doesn't work because they just melt it down anyway. But
right.
But then there are.
I want to hear some of those.
Then there are barriers where people either have a plate that is screwed underneath.
Right. Well, that's what you're
different
about
cages.
to do.
Yeah. Then they have people who actually weld like rebar cages around them, so they're almost impossible to get to.
Amazing.
And then they have people who have alarms.
Oh,
that's another level. And then the next level beyond that is the people who have actual booby traps, which are illegal.
Well, of
We
course.
do
That's
not
the
recommend
good
that.
stuff.
But yeah, there's people who have like dye packs that are triggered.
Yep.
Dye packs, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you can't do. I wonder, because before we came on the air, Rob was talking about this shit, and the cops are not very sympathetic.
No.
And they don't investigate it really.
They're sympathetic, but they're not helpful.
Yes.
Dude,
that sucks,
so
man.
annoyed.
Yeah, thanks. Can you find the guy who did this? No fucking way.
No.
Right. It's almost like, I don't know if you remember Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And he was looking for his car, and they found his car in this junk. They found this car. He's in the junkyard picking it up, and it was like a Cheech Marin character kind of guy. And the dude is like, hey, man, you got any leads on who might have started? Oh, yeah. We got leads. We got detectives working around the clock on this.
Yeah,
I mean, that's probably what they're thinking with you.
It's like there's that Seinfeld episode where his apartment gets broken into or whatever, and the cops come by, and he's like, well, the cops like, well, we'll let you know if we hear anything. And he goes, do you ever hear anything? He goes, nah.
So fucking true.
Dude, my downstairs neighbors was screaming she was going to kill people. She's like banging on our floor, and she's going ape shit. She's going, are you trying to sleep? Are your kids trying? She's losing her mind.
Whoa.
So-
Now you're burying the lead here. We should talk about this more often.
This is my old apartment.
Oh, okay.
We call the cops, and we're like, hey, this woman's threatening us.
Yeah.
She's screaming.
What do they say?
I haven't heard the husband's voice because they were fighting, and then his voice went out. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, could we do something? And they're like, oh, we'll send somebody out. So we're in our apartment. I look down, and a cop car drives by slowly, flashes a light at the apartment building, and leaves. And then I call.
Nothing going on, sir.
I call back. I go, hey, could you send somebody to like knock on the door, maybe do like a wellness check or like something?
By the way, wellness, very important.
Yes, absolutely.
I want people, take care of yourself out there. Self-care, wellness. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cops came in. They made sure there was plenty of fruit and vegetables in the house. No.
Are you doing yoga? Hot yoga's the best.
The lady, the dispatcher goes, oh, I see we just sent somebody out there. They didn't take care of it. It's like they drove by and shined a light. But finally they came and knocked, and then she shut up. And I saw her the next morning. She goes, hey, how you doing?
Oh,
She was
you
fucking
scared her.
She was hammered out of her mind. I don't even think she remembered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we moved. We moved out of that spot.
A lot of times when people are living unproductive lives, when they get hammered, they do unproductive things.
Well, I mean, when you're living in a shithole
Yeah.
like the place that Kevin
Yes.
used to live.
Yeah. Yes.
Buddy, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at
I
all.
still live in a shithole.
No,
Jesus
I got to
fucking
drive
Christ.
you by this spot because at some point, just to, so that you'll be grateful for
What
where
part
you
of
live.
L.A. was it in?
Oh, it's up in Tahunga, right off the highway.
Is it close to where you're living now?
Yeah, close to where I'm living now. Yeah.
I'm way out of that place. I'm a door down.
Literally a mile down the street. It's like night and day. No, but it was just a 3-bedroom or 3-unit condo thing, and it is wild. It was wild. It's in an alley,
Wow.
But we lived there for 3 years because when I moved down here, I couldn't fucking find a place.
Of course.
So-
You have to live somewhere,
Yeah.
Most people around this podcast studio, on San Fernando here, there are so many trailers
Yes.
where people are living in these dilapidated fucking trailer. This is one place where they let them park their cars here because a lot of times cops chase.
By the way, where we recorded one episode behind the NoHo Diner, and I went to the NoHo Diner 2 days ago.
You did?
Yeah. And the lady said they're closing down at 10:30
Yeah.
for a trial because they used to be 24 hours. I used to go there and write all the time.
I know, God damn it! I don't like when we need more diners in LA.
She said they can't afford to pay the security that they need because people just keep showing up and homeless people keep coming in and causing a disturbance and all kinds of stuff. So
wow.
they're basically going to be closed from 10:30 to 6 or something. So I was like, gosh dang it. So yeah, that's in your neck of the woods. That's the beautiful park, you know.
Oh, dude, it's just, it's why we're doing the podcast. North Hollywood Diner. I love it. The food is not that great, but it's diner food, and you could sit there. And
I could tell it was going downhill because the waitress said something that if I hear this, she goes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 10% off if you pay in cash. I go,
did she say that?
Yeah, I go, this place is going downhill. It's going downhill.
I like a waitress who's a hustler.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, the special today, it's roasted chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. And also, folks, do you do cocaine?
Yeah.
Well, Maggie, I'll take the mashed potatoes and the cocaine.
That's right.
I got a long haul in the truck.
Hey, and you get a discount, if you buy from the dealer right there.
Oh my God!
Cocaine and chicken. That's a new album.
But Jesus Christ, what a fucking place where so many people are homeless. I mean, the people who are homeless, which is they say it's 600,000 people live on the streets of America. 12 million kids go hungry every night in this country,
and the dumpsters are filled with food. Like it's wild how much food we throw away.
I have a fucking friend who said she used to go dumpster diving.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, whoa. Or she didn't, but her boyfriend did.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me. And she was like, the food is great.
I've heard that same thing too. I used to.
Are you serious?
I used to work.
There's a way to do it, apparently. I'm like, I just don't want to get to that point.
No. And when I was in college, early on, I worked as a paint delivery guy, and all the guys that
you had some great jobs.
I've had a lot of jobs. Yeah,
delivering paint is not. Was it pastels? What kind of paint?
Everything. We did it all. Flats, semi-gloss, full
Hey,
gloss.
Kevin, deliver this watercolor to Van Gogh. What? Yeah, he's going through his watercolor phase. Also, here's some oils for Picasso. This is a paint delivery guy in the heart of the Renaissance.
No, these fuckers, I'd go.
No, I fucked that up, of course. I wasn't even fucking close. Picasso and Van Gogh were not in the Renaissance.
No.
Let me try again. Hey, this one goes to Modigliano. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, Modigliano. Oh, so we're in the Renaissance now? Hey, don't fuck with me. Yeah, Modigliano.
Dude, I'd show up on paint sites, and these fuckers would be so high out of their goddamn minds.
I don't fucking blame them. By the way, I've done construction high myself. Yeah?
Well, these guys, they'd shut all the doors, and then they'd lacquer the railing for the banisters and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they'd just be in there sniffing the fumes all day, and I'd show up like, hey, guys, what are you doing? Just a innocent, kind Christian boy, Everybody's high out of their fucking gourd. And then they tell me about dumpster diving.
Raphael, this is some Renaissance painters. Raphael, Da Vinci. God damn, Da Vinci was good.
You were still off with Modigliani.
I was?
Yeah, he's 1880 something. Like,
is the Renaissance the 1600s?
Yeah.
1700s.
Late 1500s.
Jesus Christ, 16. Okay, so it's Da Vinci. Michelangelo was a Renaissance man. Botticelli, Titian, Giotto.
It's really the late 1400s to the mid 1500s.
And there it is. It's 1390, 1441 was some of the guys. Late 1400s to mid 1500s, like that. Donatelli, Hieronymus Bosch, who is my favorite, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, Rob knows Bosch.
Garden of
Alex,
Delights.
do you know Bosch?
I don't know Bosch.
Check out Garden of Delights.
The Garden of Unearthly Delights, I think, right?
Unfuckable. Triptychs of Hell. Now, with your religious background, you never got exposed to Bosch? Check this shit out. The Garden of Earthly Delight. It is so... It's his depiction of hell. And the pictures are fucking...
Oh, wow.
What he is seeing in his mind, and this is what I think would have happened to you, Kev, if you would have stuck with the church.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that goes down. It's like all these creatures who have like heads coming out of their ass, and just wild. I really can't
Wild.
see it now, but it just check out the Garden of Earthly Delights, the Triptych to Hell, which is this big 3-paneled painting, hence Triptych to Hell. And by the way, folks, I just
Amazing.
want to hip you to the fact that that's the kind of information you get from me. Oh, Picasso was in the Renaissance. So you might want to double check the things I say. Okay? If I'm saying Picasso and who was the other guy I said was in the Renaissance?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Hieronymus Bosch, man. Triptych.
And Modigliani.
Modigliani.
I'm trying to
I
have-
was close with Modigliani. Is that Modigliani?
No, that's Modigliani. He's
Look at that guy. He's rakish. He also
very handsome.
A very handsome guy, which means he did well. Painters do well. They get a lot of nudes.
Oh yeah.
They get a lot of nudes, and I don't know what it is about being a painter that attracts women. I think it plays on their, what would it be? Like
Vanity?
Vanity. That's a good word.
I think so. I mean, if somebody walks up to you and says, "I'd love to paint you," that does something. You know?
How many times, though, and in L.A. this happens, so many painters have walked up to me, and they're like, "I want to paint you," and I'm not even looking good. I've just gotten up. My gut is hanging over my pants, and they're like, "Can I please paint you?" And I'm like, "Whoa, of course you can." You know, and he puts down a drop cloth in his
right there.
place. And then he's like, "Will you please perform fellatio on me?" And that's,
See, it's always a bait and switch.
it really is.
I want to have the career. I feel like I'm on a trajectory to have the career of Van Gogh.
Do you know, and this is true, I think it's a well-known fact, and here's a great, if you could see this, Kev, go walk up to it so you can see it better.
Zoom in for this.
Can you zoom it anymore?
No, I can see.
Oh,
I-
there
I'm-
we go.
I'm
That-
not blind.
Anyway, look at that. It's like people getting
Oh,
forcibly raped, and it's just,
Bound.
and it's wild. The shit he can. Anyway,
There's just a
knives coming out of buildings. How about that, folks?
Yeah.
This guy obviously needed, I don't know, he needed to sleep with Benadryl. My friend sleeps with Benadryl. Did anybody try that?
You
To go,
imagine-
like, he says it works.
I did. I was prescribed Benadryl for my insomnia.
For insomnia?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was the lightest thing they could give me that wasn't addicting. And it
It
put me
isn't
the
addicting,
fuck
because
out.
I was going to say, once you start taking something to sleep, you're fucked. I've had insomnia the last couple of nights. I keep seeing the horse Black Beauty shot.
Every time you close your eyes,
And
you're just,
and I wake up screaming, "Don't kill Black Beauty, Papa!" Mm-hmm. But this is my life. I don't need people to fucking this. Look at this shit with Hieronymus Bosch.
that's beautiful. I mean, that's wild.
It's fucking. I love it. There's something that I just love, but I don't like horror movies.
You don't.
I don't. I like a horror movie with a story,
Yeah.
a good story, and there are very, very few
Yeah.
with good stories. I like that guy who did Hereditary,
Yes.
Midsummer. What's that director's name? He's great.
Ari Aster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just watched that movie. We just watched
What'd
the
we
Beau
watch?
is Afraid. Yeah, Ari Aster.
The who?
Beau is Afraid. We went and watched that with Fine Arts.
Oh,
And he directed that.
yeah. Fine Arts directed.
No.
Ari Aster. No.
No. Ari Aster directed Beau is Afraid.
I was trying to give Steve some credit. Beau is Afraid. I don't remember us watching it. What was it? I was probably stoned out of my brain.
You were.
Oh, that was Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Yes. Good movie, everybody.
Fucking wild.
Really bleak. If you like bleak and upsetting, but good. I don't know. I'm drawn, though, to Bosch's paintings, you know. I'm drawn to the apocalypse. I'm drawn.
Yeah.
I am drawn. There it is again. I'm drawn to, like, chaos. I'm drawn. Is anybody else? Please email us at eddypeppodcast@gmail.com. Tell me
If you're a big fan of Arthur Schopenhauer and the universality of tragedy, then write into Apocalypse Soon.
Yeah. It's a great
Hello, I'm Arthur Schopenhauer. I'm open 24/7. If you've lost hope but want a justification, you come on down to Schopenhauer bookstore. We're open 24/7. We sell eau de Pepitone in the back. Yeah,
this would be a great painting to get with a bottle of eau de Pepitone.
Can we put this picture up for our Patreon members when we post this podcast?
100%.
All right, let's do that.
I will use this
just so they know what the fuck
somehow.
we're talking about, and people will Google it.
And we've been cutting to it.
Oh, you have?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know you guys could film it. Great.
Ooh.
I don't see where the camera is that cuts to it.
No, it
Just
just
on
takes
the
it right.
computer.
The thing that,
I'm such an idiot. I have no idea what's going on. But I know how to drive my Honda Element, and that gets me home.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It is beautiful. Yeah, I always have related to the career of Van Gogh and any of the guys that got no recognition while they were still alive.
Right. Now, that's still, thank you for picking up that thread. Van Gogh, I heard this the other day. Is this true? Van Gogh never sold a painting while he was alive, which to me is the ultimate Borat prank.
Yes.
Or you know what I mean?
I believe that he did give away some paintings for rent and for food and wine and stuff like that. Like he pawned them off for that, but I don't think he ever sold them for any real money.
Yeah.
Right. And now his paintings, I fear that's going to happen in my comedy. Like, once I am dead, if the world is still functioning, they'll be like, hey, look at, God forbid. I hope that happens much earlier. But I always think about that because, you have been putting out an hour of content every week as a podcast for years and years. And I have been doing the same. And I'm always like, when is it's going to pop? It's one of these days, maybe. Dude, it doesn't matter as long as you're having fun and you have a little fried chicken to nibble on in your off hours.
Those are the only two requirements.
Let's finish off the podcast with a motivational speech to the writers who were on strike here in Hollywood and the actors who were about to authorize a strike.
Cut now to Eddie Pepitone giving a pep talk to the Writers Guild strikers.
Hello! Look, everybody! Sorry I started off in a different accent. But I want to say this to you writers. We have to make these people afraid of us. Okay? And it's not hard to do. Just look at Ted Sarandos of Netflix. Just look at him. He's not fit, okay? We have to go after people physically. Excuse me, but I'm just a writer on the new Disney Plus show. What's it called? I can't think of anything. Liar. Anyway, what I want to say is that I know violence is not a part of your usual makeup, because you've gotten soft being inside and you just eat candy all day while putting together mostly piece of shit shows. Some of them are good. I guess Succession is good. I don't really watch it, and I won't watch it now because Brian Cox is shilling for Spectrum and he should be embarrassed. Is this a motivational speech? Or are you just using it for a platform to talk about the things that irk you? Sorry. You're right. You're right to call me out on that. But fuck Brian Cox. And fuck Will Arnett. He's now doing Geico commercials. Jesus fucking Christ. Do you have no integrity, man? Cut to me doing some commercial, like out of the blue. Someone asked me to do, like, I don't know, Exxon.
Yeah.
And they offer me like 6 figures, and I'm fuck, if I do it, I become a complete fraud to everybody.
But
butt. The butt is a big. Anyway, where are you? Are you actually doing a podcast and you're saying you're going to motivate? Stick with the premise, ma'am. All right. There was a long pause there, and I'm not sure why. Well, I'm confused. All right, look, I want to motivate you, and here it is, writers. The fucking Netflix and all these streaming services. Sorry about the slurring, but I'm having problems. All these streaming services, CBS, NBC, Peacock, they all suck a dick. This isn't very motivational. It's gross. All right, what I mean is that it's just indicative what they're doing to the artists in Hollywood, and I know that's a stretch to call people who work in Hollywood artists, but they are, a lot of them. I know I am. Maybe not Cox, because he'll shill for some fucking piece of shit. And Arnett. They'll shill for anything. John Hamm goes in that category, too. You ever see John Hamm shill for shit? Wait a minute! You're on a podcast! You're on it! You changed voice and got Lou! Oh, my God!
And thanks for joining us as Eddie Pepitone motivates the Writers Guild strike.
Well, he didn't. I didn't motivate a lot of people, but it got interesting.
I think it's what they need. You know,
I
a
felt
creative
motivated.
jolt. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it motivated some people to start a podcast.
I love when you talk about guys being shills too, because they're like Cox.
I
for
fear
example.
meeting them. By the way,
Well,
like I've met Ham, and John is super nice guy.
Yeah.
So that'll be awkward.
He's
if he
so
hears
beloved too. So for you, to
this. Is
be,
he beloved?
Of course.
Well,
yeah.
I think he should get called out for
Fuck yeah.
shit.
No, I've never heard anybody call people out the way you do.
Oh,
for
look at this.
the
Why
shill
is
stuff.
John Hamm doing? I don't know what Skip did. Yeah, I've got a theory. So I just want to see this to end the podcast. So, what the spectacle of the weekend? What are they saying? What's their theory?
It's a Winnipeg-based food delivery company.
Oh my God! And food delivery companies are the worst. They are pieces of shit. And why? What's the theory? Because reassert is your legacy. What is that?
The
What are they saying?
The question here is like, why is he shilling for such a small brand? It's like a Canada-only delivery app.
Oh, these motherfuckers are people who aren't even against commercials.
Yeah, they're just this one.
They're against him shilling for shill for big.
Yeah,
he shills for. Hey, anyway, he shills for so much stuff, but he's a great guy. So it'll be weird.
I'm glad you say something, because it is easy to just be like, look, good for him. He's doing a progressive
not good
commercial,
for him.
you know.
Anyway, they're losers in my book for doing that shit.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
If you don't need the money, why would you support some of these companies that are just ruining?
They're greedy.
Doesn't he also do like Cadillac or something?
He
He's
does
the voice
a lot
of
of
something.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
And
some car company.
Yeah. Anyway.
By the way, Cadillac, I have a nice voice, so feel free to reach out. I'm happy to shill. This time, I think it would be, if I started shilling for Exxon, you'd probably be okay with it,
You need
right?
to, I'd be fine. I don't mind, nobody's doing it. No, I mean,
Yes.
they need to fucking make money, but Jesus Christ, these celebrities. Anyway.
I got a Ring commercial coming out. I just don't want to hear any shit about it. All right?
Anyway, everybody, you have been listening to Apocalypse Soon. Tell people what they can do.
Subscribe, YouTube. Go over there. Check out all the shorts and all the playlists I got going on over there. And then if you want more Pepitone, patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. You will get exclusive stand-up clips. They're absolutely hilarious. It's great to see bring some of a live comedy show in, because it's mostly unedited, just straight up, and it's absolutely hilarious. You're also going to be able to get this podcast the day that it comes out, plus some exclusive little extra things that I've been throwing. I threw some AI art up on there for you. There was an AI picture of you, and
I saw that. That was cool.
So yeah, go check that out and support the pod, and throw us some love at eddiepep podcast@gmail.com. And we love getting those letters. So,
and I'm going to end now with Hieronymus Bosch shilling for Palmolive soap.
Hey, what the hell am I soaking in?
Palmolive.
Jesus Christ, it feels like the triptychs of hell.
It is. Just put your hands in Palmolive and your hands will be like hell.
Wow. I think I'm going to use this product. Why don't you look at you? Well,
anyway, I'm exhausted, folks. So thanks for listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.